I feel like you're going to hell, Justin. Yeah, I feel that way because like you spend so much time coming out trying to focus on trying to come after a black Jew. They didn't want to spend time on themselves, right? And then because we already knew things, so we never paid attention to them because we know how hateful they are, right? So because you couldn't get attention from people like me, Justin, that's why you went and did witchcraft on me. That's crazy. But think about it. If you call yourself a Jew, why are you coming to the black Jews? Why are you doing that? I thought you were better than me, Justin. Why are you coming to me with witchcraft for? Do you see how much of a liar they are? You're a liar. You represent a bold-faced lie. If you call yourself so supreme, you shouldn't have did witchcraft all my life. If you say that you're better than black Jews, then why are you trying to come for me for? You see what I'm saying? You see how much crazy talk they you see how crazy they act? I don't need you, Justin. I don't. That's my whole point of posting these messages out to you. I don't need you. Me and my ancestry, we don't need people like you. But then look at them trying to play like they're better than us. You think you're better than us to the point where you wanted to play the illusion of us? You're the one trying to come for me. You're not better than me. I have to say it. You're not better than me. If you were better than me, you would have been off in your corner doing your own thing. But it's you trying to come for us. Right, Justin? I told him, go join the circus. You don't have to be playing illusion of supremacy around me, not in my life. Go join the carnival. You're a carny, Justin. You're a circus clown. I'll tell you what, you can go put on like your little Jewish suit, you know what I mean? And then you can join the carnival and then you can put yourself on display in the cage, Justin. You can do that for yourself. Yeah. And people can stare at you. Yeah, look at me. Look at me. I'm trying to be a black female Jew, right, Justin? You can go do that. You don't need to be coming after my life for nothing. I don't need you. It's funny how the tables have turned, eh? Life is really funny. It's so ironic, eh? Get on my face. You're not a black Jew. Just go away, carny. Hey, Justin, are you a carny? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Take off the mask. Uh-huh. Take off the mask. There's no celebrations with you. You're wicked. Mm-hmm. You can't celebrate that because think about it. Like someone had to actually be your enemy. Like black Jews aren't your enemy. That's where you fail, Justin. That's how you fall. As that Greek Turkic Jew over there that you call yourself to be, this is how you fall. Trying to assume that a different group of Jews are your enemy. It's that delusion. Just wicked. just just doing anything and anything in this reality. Playing around with just anything. Where from me, boy? You're too stupid. Where from me? You don't have my ancestry. You see how I talk? You're not like me. I'm a totally different individual. Take care of yourself. I've been trying my best to be very civil about this matter. I've been very, very civil about this matter. I just don't understand. Like someone says, leave me alone. And you want to keep picking at the person, right, Justin? You want to keep picking at my life, right? You picked on everything about me. You bully every part of my life, right? At the end of the day, after all that bullying, you're still not me. You're still not a black Jew. You still can't have my life. You still can't have my kashik. All that witchcraft is return to sender. Yeah. Playing like a male witch because you wanted to be a black female Jew in this existence. And we all know for a fact you were never a black female Jew in your past life. We all know that. You're a skinwalker. You were something evil. You were never reincarnated into anything good. It's just look how he behaves. Your bloodline is just not good. Talk about what Jewish rights, Justin? Which law in the Halakha gave you permission to be over there in West Hollywood trying to play the illusion of a black Jew? Show me that law that granted you permission, Justin. I want to see it. It doesn't exist. You understand me? That type of foolish thinking, it don't exist. Boy. All of this because you want to be me, huh? Huh? All of this because you wanted to be a black female Jew. That's crazy, 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 crazy. You really never feared God, Justin. You don't have a fear of God. Uh huh. Oh my God. Boy. And then you wonder why people in Canada ignored you. Who would entertain this clown? Can you imagine like if you had like a really serious business? Let's say if you had a business, let's say if you worked for governance or if you worked like you had an accounting firm or you had you dealt with big business. You could never ever hire such a clown. He would lie on everybody. No work would be accomplished because you spend all this time doing witchcraft on people. Nothing would exist, Justin. You just want to bank off of everybody else's creations. That's crazy, man. Get out of here. You have nothing to show. When it comes to illusions, you have nothing to show. Nothing. All you're showing is how much you're a clown and you don't know how to stay in your own skin. That's disgusting, man. Ugh. Yuck. I'm sorry, but some of the native indigenous stuff is disgusting. I don't care. I have to say it. It's nasty. Skinwalking is nasty. People who shapeshift into like animals and stuff, they used to have some people in Canada doing that. When they shapeshift into coyotes, there was this one lady, oh my God, not gonna say her name, but yeah, she used to howl. She used to put on these like winter boots, these coyote winter boots, and walk around howling all over the place. And I'm like, why don't you just go back to your reserves? People used to say that to a lot of them. Just go back to your reserves because people don't want that type of creepy things around them. And the Catholic Church was very firm when it came to these people. You know how many decades of praying these people away from us? My ancestors did. And it's not just my black ancestors, it's the white people too. The white Catholics coming from Europe prayed these demons away. You know, back in the day, they used to have that big thing and they used to have the sage. Used to burn all this. They used to walk with it in the streets. They weren't playing. They wanted all that old wickedness. They wanted it out of the community. They weren't playing. When they said they wanted God in their life, they wanted God. They don't want these old energies trying to linger around. That's nasty. Justin. Leave the dead alone. Ugh, that's nasty. People who do that is disgusting. Don't do that. That's not what God is about. The Most High, oh my God. Think about like every 10 years, every 10 years. God's not about them. What they do, God's not in it. God's hand is not in your life. Your type of necromancy, you ain't it, man. You're not God. You're not that God manifestation. No way. Never. Never. There's no way. Yo, I remember like I'm not Catholic, but I used to go to some of the because we respected the prayers, so sometimes we used to show up, at their mass, whatever. And every time you go to mass, I mean, I remember my community, they were so serious about mass. All the kids had to go to mass. Some of them almost every day. They were serious about some of the communities back home. And when you go into the mass, it was all about like you look to your neighbor to the left, you look at your neighbor to the right, peace, peace, peace. You have to walk around, shake hands, and talk about peace. Peace, be still. Peace, peace, peace. We want peace. What is this? What kind of warring is this? Off of necromancy, dead, demonic, wicked spirits out of the earth. Ew. Don't come around me and my kids. Ugh. I don't want duppies chasing my life. I don't want duppies trying to attach themselves to my body, Justin. That's dirty. Yuck. They're not learned enough. Yo, nah, man. They had witchcraft laws. Even in England, England had pure witchcraft laws. They don't play. Some of them churches in England back in the day, they didn't play around. Some of them, there used to be witch hunters. People used to go out and hunt for those witches. Back in the day, they used to do witch burnings and stuff. Yeah, man. Just because it's 2024, yeah, we can call out these witches here, Justin, and call you out for what you are. You're a male witch. Go take your magic carpet and your broom back to Turkey. Not my life. Nasty. Ew. Not around my God life. My Jesus, my Lord, my Savior. Oh no. Don't come around me with it. Ew. Ew. These people go to graveyards and stuff. That's nasty. Ew. Ew. This is a reason why God separated like Jewish people from, other people, because like the Judaic laws was all about you're doing things in a certain order. There's certain things that you just don't touch, Justin. You're not a Jew. Certain things in like you don't touch it. You know how like in I think it's the Muslims and the Jewish people, when someone passes away, they have their laws. Some lineages they believe in you have to bury the body right away. Some of them you have to bury the body within 3 days. Everyone has their tradition, Justin, and it's about keeping things clean. It was about respecting the dead. Respect the era. You're disgusting. This is nastiness. Trying to attack people with your necromancy. Ew. Ew, 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 ew. Nasty, dirty, stinky poo poo. That's nasty. Back in the day, I don't know about America still, but back in the day, like how they used to bury people, you know what I mean? Like everything had to be clean, everything had to be in order, everything had to be in respect. Even if the person was wicked, the respect had to be there. You know what I mean? But I guess we reach an era where nobody cares about nothing anymore. But the point is that I operate under Judaic law and my traditions out of my ancestry, especially people have their own family traditions, you know what I mean? Like, it's a personal thing. And we don't want, like, dirty characters like Justin trying to attach themselves to our lives and trying to perpetuate what, Justin? Trying to perpetuate to be what? A part of my lineage that you're not a part of? You just didn't grow up in it and you didn't take time in it. He's not even baptized in the faith, but you want to call yourself a Jew. You're nasty. He's disgusting, you know. I remember back in the day, once you make that decision, people were more serious about religion back in the day. But you know, back in the day when people really made that step to really give their life to Christ, things like that, you know, it meant the moment you decide to give your life to Christ, it meant putting away those issues indefinitely. It wasn't this back and forth, wishy washy, whatever. And that's why back in the day, they used to excommunicate a lot of people out of the church. They weren't welcome. And I think those people that were banished out of churches, that's what brought out, you know, the liberal churches, the unified ones and stuff, because like they still wanted to be somewhere. So fine, go make your own church somewhere else. But I mean, for you to, you cannot associate yourself with certain sectors coming out of other people's faiths. Everyone represented something different, and I'm sorry to say, Justin, like it was a conscious choice whether if we wanted to share our beliefs with the rest of society. At the end of the day, the ultimate goal was do not harm. Anything that instilled harm based off of religious factors, yeah, people getting caught up. You trying to harm me, being this wishy-washy necromancer, yeah, that's an issue. That's an issue out of the era, Justin. Stay away from me. I don't need to share my faith with you. You're not a Jew. Our practices, our traditions, ancestrally is not the same as yours. Stay away from us. You're not welcome. Necromancers are not welcome. Around the black Jewish tribes, you're not welcome, Justin. You're not. That's why I remember in Canada, they used to tell people like, because they used to have a lot of Romanian people there and whatever, and they're the ones that used to come around with with their spells and crap, and a lot of them, they used to banish them out of the cities. They're like, go back to Romania, go back to Transylvania with that. A lot of people could not come around certain communities. They put their foot down. They're like, you a witch. No, we want Jesus. They think playing around with devils is a game. Hell, who told you that? Who told you that, Justin? It's finished. The era is done. Go away. Go away. You failed. Go away. Yeah, it's a freedom of religion, but you're still not welcome in certain people's religion. You think you could ever come around to Muslim people with that type of behavior? No, you can't. Even these people talking about how, they want to recite the Kabbalah, blah, 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 blah. Truth to facts, it's borrowed knowledge from the Muslim people. We all know that. You understand me? But the point is that the respect needs to be there. If you're in observance with those laws, you better be living through it. You cannot be bouncing from religion to religion, and then to Satanism. If you're a Satanist, just say it, but you cannot be calling yourself a Christian and a Satanist at the same time. Not in this life. That whole era of people trying to figure things out, that's done. We need to know who you are and what you represent and go back in your corner with it. I'm not playing around, man. This is serious. We don't need to share, our traditions from our ancestry. Everything was an invitation. Oh my gosh. I remember back in the day, they used to have this show from Canada. Oh my God. It was the best show ever. The show was called Loving Spoonfuls. And it was this like young Italian guy. He used to go out to everyone's grandma's house. And then, grandma used to cook meals for him. And he went to every culture. He went to every grandma's house to try out their cultural foods, whether he liked it or not, but everything was just about experience. You understand me? But everything was an invitation. Everything is done in respect. Everything is done in order. You understand? These little kids on the wayside, you know what they remind me of? You ever watch like CNN? And then they have like, when they show places in like Afghanistan, they show all those little rebel kids throwing rocks and stuff. That's what Justin is. That's what you represent. You never changed, huh? From the day you entered into the kingdom of God, you never changed. Beyond you wanting to be a rebel, you never changed at all. We don't want rebels trying to walk around trying to attack us. Get lost. That's not my history. I know my roots, Justin. I know the journey coming from King Ferdinand with the three ships, the Santa Maria, Ferdinand, and what was the next one? The three ships, Justin. I know my journey. Get out of here with your nonsense. They're crazy, man. I tell you, though, they need to start. Don't be walking around trying to claim yourself to be this and this and that. Like, if you really don't know who you are, just say you don't know who you are. That's just what it is. But people who know their ancestry, they know where they came from, they know their lineage, they know their roots, they know everything about themselves. Stay away from us. Like, we don't need you. We don't need you to put out an illusion as if we don't know who we are. I know who I am. It's an unfortunate fact that you don't know who you are. And that's not my problem. You should stay in your lane. Go open up a book and learn. Go learn about yourself. So sick. So sick. Hey Justin, go find you need a sick bed. Hey, I'm not nah man. They need to go figure out their own. It's too late for that now. Like you messed up society. It's too late for that. You messed up a whole era of a generation of change. You did that. You wanted people to miss out on their own communications, and then you think that you're right with the Most High. You're in debt to the Most High because you put that energy out against me. You're in debt. I have more of a proper story to tell historically than you, Justin. All you want to sit around there and talk about misery and how you're tired of being in your own skin. That's what the whole goddamn story is. And then you want to block out people who are better than you, please. We're better than you because we don't hate people. We're very loving people. I'm a very kind person. We don't hate like people like you, Justin. That's why we are better. We're bigger, better. God made us that way. God made us to be more loving and kind. God is in us. God is in me. God is in my heart. You hate. The hate goes off in its hate corners. Just because it's America, they think that they can come over here and come show off on people, eh? You're still born in Canada. You don't act like a Canadian, but you're still born in Canada. You should have known better. Canadian people don't act like you, Justin. We don't behave that way. Eh? The kid's classless, man. I'm telling you, man. Classless. You imagine like two grown adults, a mother and father. You come out your mother's womb with this old wickedness, trying to project it out into society. You think people are on your side? People are not on your side. The racism needs to end, Justin. I'm saying this to you because I'm one person. I have every right to stick up for this for myself. There's no truth to what they say. This is the final issue. What you said was lies. What you said about me were complete lies. All they want to keep talking about is how much they're wicked. They're wicked, 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 wicked. You're talking about how wicked you are, Justin. You're talking about the evils. And you know what's so sickening? Like, okay, America is very diverse. America is huge. It's a very diverse place. America is humongous. United States of America is huge. How many people are here? There's like what 400 million people. I think there's more than that now. Hey Justin, you acting as if like other black Jews don't exist. What about like Lenny Kravitz? Isn't he a black Jew? What about what's her name? Diana Ross's daughter, Tracy Ellis Ross. Isn't she a black Jew, Justin? We've been there in Hollywood. You don't need to project your hatred just because I come from a certain lineage like that. The whole point of it was unity. It wasn't about your masks. I'm just not that person. If you thought I was that person to play that little illusional games, you got it wrong, man. You're wrong. The illusion of you playing the mask of me is wrong. I'm a person, I deal with God issues, and that's the reason why I can't respect him as an individual because I represent God. Even if he says he hates me, if you hate me, Justin, that means you hate God because I represent God. I cannot stop being who I am for the likes of someone who hates a black Jew, a bloodline that I'm birthed out of generationally. My origins, it goes way, 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 way back, Justin. Way back before you even existed. You know, back to ancient times when people were brown, where everyone was like brown skin and black skin, Justin, when you didn't even form yet, right? I think Justin is like, those little he's like those albino type of, that's his speech, a little albino talk. But you're not qualified to even claim that existence in this existence because you hate black people. I think he likes like the gifts. He likes, black people are really good singers. They make good music. He likes the black people who have black good gifts. That's the part of black people that he likes. But deep down in his heart, he doesn't like black people. You cannot be on a platform. You cannot be on a platform saying, "Well, I like these black people, blah blah blah, but I hate a black Jew." That's that's crazy talk. Crazy, crazy, crazy talk. Oh my Jesus! Oh Lord have mercy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey Justin, where'd you come from? South Africa? No. Did you come from Jamaica? No. Did you come from West Africa? No. Did you come from Nigeria? No. Did you come from Ghana? No. Did you come from Barbados? No. Eh? Is that your ancestral journeys? No. Are you Caribbean? No, no, no. He's none of that. Nope. Are you West Indian? No, he's not. Are you Brazilian? Nope. Are you Trinidadian? Nope. 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 Are you from Guyana? No, he's not. He's not. Are you from the Cayman Islands? Cayman Islands? Nope. You're from Turks and Caicos? No, you're not. I thought your lineage. Sorry, you lied. I don't need him. Like, that's so crazy. Like, from the day you were born, you only exist from the day they give you your birth certificate. You come out your mother's womb and they give you your birth certificate. That's your existence. Go back and check your own birth certificate, Justin, and get the hell out of my life. Your birth certificate will give you some insight in regards to who you are. Because we know for a fact you're not me. You weren't birthed in the area where I was birthed in. You're not. The hell you trying to trying to claim my he's trying to claim my birthrights from the day I was birthed on this planet. He's trying to claim that for it as inheritance here in the state of California. What kind of madness, what kind of crazy talk is that? They think doing spells is gonna dissipate facts out of humanity. We're talking about creation. You want to lie as if you were birthed. You were not birthed in the 80s era. You were birthed in 1994, March 1st or March 2nd, 1994. That was the day that you were born. You're not born the same time I was born. I told you the clown wanted to skip 10 years ahead of himself and be stupid. And then he wanted a black Jew. I'm a black Jew. He wanted me isolated, go have to do his bidding. You're stupid. Go to hell for that, man. Nah, man, that puts him in hell, eh? Because we already know, like, that we're well in tune historically. Even from, I'm telling you, from 1980s, 1990s, we were well aware of it. The school I went to, the school, they taught us about black history, the history of our ancestors, all these slave things. Most of the slave stories, they came from America. There's only a little bit of it in Canada. There was some of it in Upper York, but the slave stories came here from America, but we were taught it in Canada. So we were well aware of all this stuff that they were doing here, all the wicked things they were doing to each other in America, Justin. So how the hell could you ever take a plane from Canada trying to, you thought you could exercise your racist mind here based off of the Akashic that happened to the people here in America? Is that what you thought? I just said it now. Like the things that happen in America, it didn't happen in Canada. You know, like that's what most Canadians, like, I'm a peacekeeper. That's what I represent. I've always been that way. You know what I mean? Most Canadians were all peacekeepers. But back in the day, the time when with Malcolm, what was it? Martin Luther King Jr. You know, they have an area in Toronto where he hid in Toronto for like 30 days because he was escaping persecution. So we do have we have Canada has a bit of shared history in regards to helping, people who had to face persecution, trying to avoid being unalived, by racist groups of people and stuff. The Canadian people were there. You know what I mean? Even they were showing the parts. There was some like black Greek churches off of, like, the Detroit Windsor border there, and then they were showing, Queen Elizabeth. She passed away just recently, but she used to rescue um, a lot of the black slaves that were coming from Detroit. If you go to Detroit, they actually have like those ships on the. They still have them there. It's so creepy. But the point is that, Justin, you're not a part of my era. You didn't come from that. You don't have shared. You don't have a shared akashic here, dealing with the black groups of people who had to deal with oppression and slavery and stuff. And then you weren't a part of the akashic that dealt with the blacks issues in the north in Canada. So you can't use that. You can't use those issues in Hollywood. That's not your story. Yeah, that's not your story. They were the ones I was saying before. They were the ones back in Germany, back in the day when they had the military, and then it was the Marano Jews. We were on our own because of, the story. We were on our own, so we used to cook for them in the military. That's the story. That's how we met some of them back in the day, you know. And yes, I think, obviously based on Justin's behaviors, obviously he comes from that lineage that used to harm. They had, it was in their mind to harm us, trying to hurt us. Yes. But that's mental illness in this lifetime. Yeah, they need to calm down with that type of foolishness. You better go and repent to the Most High, Jesus Christ, for that type of wicked, Justin. Jeez, man. I'm tired of it. These little people trying to. You can see what he did trying to persecute me here just based off of lies. That's even more wicked. Is wicked what the ancestry that you came from? I don't ignore that. But it's wicked how you want to, in this lifetime, you want to try and persecute me off of lies that you came up with. Isn't that crazy? He's crazy, man. We don't want you a part of our lives, Justin. I don't want you to. I keep look how many videos I posted. I don't want you doing witchcraft on me. You're stupid. You don't have enough sense. And the time when they started implementing a lot of liberal policies, it was like early 2000s. And it's just because there was started to become people wanted to figure out who they were genetically and their lineages, like the indigenous rights is connected to it. Those liberal policies, you understand me? It was not all about being gay. That's bullshit. But who cares? That people. I don't. People. That's what people believe. That's what they believe. But there were other aspects to that whole liberal policy, and it was all about because there's mixtures of DNA. So what? This is what I'm saying. How Justin, you're a useless person because no, the era ended. We're in 2025 now. So now we reach an era where like just like how generationally like there's like mixtures and mixtures and mixtures of kids now. He can't be there. He's too Justin, you're too stupid. He's not educated enough to help the next generation, especially the mixed generation. He's just not educated. Like he just be that like weird hater on that. So he hate first of all, you hate black people. So like you're just a waste. People who actually mix with black people generationally, like and those mixed kids, people like Justin, he can't help them because he hates. He hates blacks. He can't help us. Especially like if you people let me tell you something, people they searched and searched and searched this Bible. People know the Bible, they know the Bible word for word. When it comes to matching lineages and genealogies and stuff like that, people know themselves. We already know. You understand me? So we can't accept people like Justin's ideals trying to undo the Bible when the Bible deals with it goes back to like it goes back to Babylon. It goes back to the tower, Remember remember the tower? When God had to scatter the languages and things like that. Like we know our lineages. We know what we are a part of. We know like the patriarchs that we stepped down from. We know those things. People have been studying to these things for the last how many decades? Forever now. We already know. So we can't have you sitting around in West Hollywood trying to put people back into the dark ages, Justin. That's where you came from. It shows. Your behavior itself, it shows that you came from the dark ages. If that's what you want, go back there. Go back. Go back to the caves or whatever. Go back. We don't need you. I don't want to talk about you anymore. Go away. You're too evil. There's no love. They don't help. They can't help people. I remember I met this girl here in California and she was like all sad and stuff like that. She was mixed. She said she's talking about how her mom was white, and like like obviously her mom had a black yeah, she's mixed, so her dad was black, and the girl was like all sad and depressed and everything like that. You know what I mean? And like she just wanted someone to talk to. She wanted someone that was relatable. She wanted someone that could just hear her out based on how she was being treated. You know what I mean? From her mother. Is these type of issues like Justin, you cannot relate to us. You can't relate to the next generation. Especially like the mixed generation in this reality, like they don't want that type of hate. If they're being persecuted or hated because they're mixed or whatever, people like Justin can't help them. This is the reason why like God made that distinction of white and black. This is one of the reasons why God did that. God did not make everything white, and God did not make everything black. This is the exact reason why. You understand me? Everybody has their role to play in society, and it's my responsibility to play out my divinity, my God-given life, and my God-given rights without interference from people like Justin. You cannot be two people, Justin. That's just what it is. You can't be both black and white. If it's not in your genes, you just can't be it. And then, but like I said, when it comes to even the black and white issue, it's just about aspects. Everyone's perspective out of it is different. Out of your blood, the perspectives will always, the angles will always be different out of blood. The blood issues. Right, Justin? Right? Stupid idiot. They can't help families. They can't help other people's relationships. They can't do those things. They can't help when it comes to like different admixtures of genealogies of blood generationally. Like people like him, they cannot support people's health. They're the ones that want to create sicknesses off of their lack of healing, their unwillingness to just like evolve out of darkness. You're not my problem. This sickness spell coming from your ancestry, Justin Bieber. You are not my problem. Do you understand me? The warfare that they want to come and try and conjure up and create around me. Oh, because, oh, um, it's like that delusion thinking that hardworking people who actually served in this reality, they contributed to society, they had jobs, everyone had, the people who actually had the opportunity historically to add value to the community, to add what they represent to the community. Look at Justin and his narcissism acting as if like, oh, well, you shouldn't have credits for the work that you accomplished. Isn't that crazy? Who told you that? Your opinions are false. That is a really, really bad lie. Business cannot run with that type of thinking, Justin. Money cannot be made with that type of thinking. And you need to understand something. Like, my lineage walked away from your people many, 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 many years ago through God. You imagine? We walked away from them through Christ. It's like Christ was instructing us to walk away from them because we're biblical people, Justin. Duh. We have our scriptures. We never needed you. God took us up in God's truth. God took us up as a lineage.